Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to those who are watching this video. My name is Ashrof, and today I'm going to present my research, which entitled Perceptions of Teacher Trainees on the Implementation of Cooperative Learning as a Teaching Strategy. So when we say perception, it means that this study is referring to teacher trainees' point of view based on their experience, as they have experienced their practicum for 2 times. And teacher trainees in this study refer to those students that come from Institute of Teacher Education, majoring in 4 courses which include TESOL, Science, Mathematics, and Design and Technology, who are undergoing their teacher training at degree level. And cooperative learning in this study refer to a teaching approach or pedagogy that can be practiced by teachers as one of their teaching approach. So in this teaching approach, pupils will work in small groups aiming to improve each other's learning. Okay, so according to Mangal and Mangal 2008, teachers embrace the old-fashioned way of teaching because they believe that teacher-centered approach or method saves time and allows them to have more control over the lesson. So this indicates that even though it is in 21st century education, teachers nowadays would still prefer using the old teaching method known as teacher-centered approach as compared to other 21st century teaching approaches. Okay, so moving on to my statement of problem. So teacher-centered pedagogy has always been teachers' first choice as their teaching approach. So how would we define teacher-centered pedagogy? This approach is a teaching style in which teachers have the authority and control over the students in the classroom, especially in terms of the activities that are being carried out in the classroom. And this method, however, lacks effects on students' engagement rates and performance in critical thinking. And still, teachers nowadays would still embrace this old-fashioned way of teaching because they believe that this method is so much easier and more effective to be implemented in the classroom as compared to other 21st century teaching approaches. So when compared to competitive and individualistic practices, cooperation leads to higher group and individual achievement, higher quality reasoning and strategies, more frequent transfer of these from the group to individual members, more cognition and more new ideas and solution to problems. So this indicates that there are a lot of findings and research that have discovered how cooperative learning can actually improve students' learning and considered as an effective teaching approach. However, the decision to research on this issue is because we want to look into these teacher trainees' perspectives on cooperative learning due to the reality that most of them, once they become teachers, would always come back or prefer using teacher-centered approach as compared to this cooperative learning. So therefore, this study will look into these teacher trainees' perspectives regarding cooperative learning as a teaching strategy by looking into their views, challenges that they have encountered or faced, and also the effects that they have discovered when implementing this teaching strategy. Okay, so the purpose of this research is to find out the perceptions of teacher trainees on cooperative learning in teaching, and the research question is, what are teacher trainees' perspectives on the implementation of cooperative learning as a teaching strategy? So moving on to our foundation or basis of this research, which is the theoretical framework or the theories that I have used in order to guide me in order to understand better about this topic, which include 2 main theories, constructivism theories and social interdependence theory by Johnson and Johnson. So for the first constructivism theory by Vygotsky, as we all know, these theories emphasize a lot on MKO, more knowledgeable, other zone of proximal development, and also scaffolding. So according to Vygotsky, he believed that the development of the child is possible with the guidance of someone that has more knowledge that can help or assist them in learning. For example, their teacher, parents, or also their peer. However, for John Piaget, he believes that children revise their ways of thinking to provide a better fit with reality. such as the key ideas that he has proposed include adaptation, assimilation, and also accommodation. And the last one for John Lee, he emphasized on his key idea, which is experience. This is because he believed that exploration is very important as compared to memorization, and they need to experience in order for them to have effective learning. And for social interdependence theory by Johnson and Johnson, they emphasize on social interactions among learners in order to help them to have the same goal and moving towards the same goal so that they can achieve it and improve each other's learning. Okay, so based on recent studies, I have discovered 3 main ideas, which are the first one, the effects of cooperative learning on students. So cooperative learning have been improving pupils' motivation and also their critical thinking and personality traits. This is because in order for the group to achieve the targeted outcome, they all need to have the personality traits that will contribute to their ability to achieve these goals and objectives. And the second one is the teacher's role in terms of implementing cooperative learning so that it will be successful to be carried out in the classroom. So teacher is responsible to create the learning environment where the teacher is responsible to assist, to give advice and give correction, while at the same time still allowing them to explore the subject area independently or by interacting among themselves. And teacher is also responsible to provide guidance in which they need to equip them with the necessary skills that will allow them to have effective cooperative learning. And the last one is task structure. The task given to the students should be open-ended that would allow them to brainstorm, discuss, and exchange of ideas. And the second one is the medium of talking or discussing, which involve an active exchange of ideas rather than them just merely working together. Okay, so the methodology used for this research is quantitative research, a descriptive survey-based design, and the sampling used is proportionate stratified random sampling. So in order to achieve the data that I would want for this research, I had used online questionnaires that have been distributed to these teacher trainees that come from 2 institutions, and the data analysis that was used was statistical package for the social sciences, or also known as SPSS. So these online questionnaires have been distributed to 100 teacher trainees, and based on these findings, we can conclude that it is evident that whenever pupils are part of cooperative learning activities or assignments, whether within the classroom or outside, there is improvement in their level of class participation and improvement in academic performance. This indicates that by carrying out cooperative learning, it will improve their engagement and participation in the classroom and also their academic performance. And the findings also suggest that teacher trainees believe that cooperative learning facilitates good working relationship and enhanced socialization. So this also shows that cooperative learning helps them to socialize better and develop good relationship among each other. And the last one is, it is clear, in spite of all the potential benefits and advantages that would come up from cooperative learning, teachers nowadays would still they will still have the fear in them to implement this teaching strategy because of the challenges and issues that might arise when they implement this teaching strategy. So that is all from me. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.